Hey guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about financing cryptos, NFTs. Well, today I'm going to talk about do you need a plan B for your financing or not? Because I think that a lot many people talk about you need a plan A, you need a plan B, you need a backup plan and all that stuff. So do you really need them or you don't? Now, this is a kind of like a controversial topic and everyone has their own opinion, everyone has their own planning, but I'm going to talk about what I think about this particular topic and what you could do if you want to know more about how would I do in my own situation or something like that. Let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up and consider subscribing for more such videos. Check our website globaldivine.com, and also you can very well grab the finance planner. It's a PDF download for planning your finances. The link is in the description box below. Anyway guys, let's talk about my own thinking. Now, if you are a planner person who's planning the every single details, although focusing on every single details, how to finish it up, how to wrap up the things, whether you're traveling, whether you are planning for the next month rent or next year planning, or planning for starting with a family, having kids, or planning for getting a new home or real estate or a car, whatever it is. If you are really a planner person, then you may need a plan B. But for my case, I used to be a planner person quite a long time, but now I'm like going spontaneous. So I don't have a plan B, but that doesn't stop me to have a plan B. Because sometimes you may need a plan B just to give yourself a little bit support, a little bit standby mode when you think that you won't be able to do all those stuffs by yourself. So you may need this plan B or something like that. But most importantly, when you have a faith, when you know that this will going to work out, then you don't need a plan B. It may seem hypothetical, it may seem weird, conky, or whatever it is, or counterintuitive to not to have a plan B. Oh, I have a faith, it will going to work out. So do you mean that if I keep the faith, I don't need a plan B? Then yeah, you don't need a plan B if you have a faith. But that doesn't mean if you have a plan B, you don't have faith, okay? It's not like two-edged swords, like if you don't have a plan B, that means you have faith, and if you have a plan B, that means you don't have faith. No, I didn't mean that. The only thing I'm saying is that when you know that this will going to work out, whether it's a huge risk, whether it's taking a huge decision, whether it's taking a huge step, you know that it will going to work out, and then maybe you don't need a plan B. For my case, most of the times I don't need a plan B, but some cases I do need a plan B, like to decide, okay, if this is not the case, then I'm gonna go and do this. If this doesn't happen this way, then I'm gonna go and try this thing, something like that. So it depends on your own unique situation where you're applying the plan A or plan B. Every situation is unique. Every situation is different. So I can't give you one straightforward answer to all the things that you need to have a plan B or you don't need to have a plan B. Or if you have faith, and that means you don't need a plan B. And if you don't have faith, that means you need a plan B. Just assess the situation first. The most important thing whenever you're taking a big step, a big decision, just assess the situation, what it gonna look like, or what is the worst case scenario. Because I think that way the most often, what is the worst case scenario, how worse it can go, what would happen if this thing won't happen, how much worse it could go, can I bear the consequences of that, can I take that responsibility on me, or would I be able to handle it if it didn't work out the way I planned it. Like, you can ask these questions, and I know that it's very hard to answer them, but that will going to give you the clarity that you're looking for, whether you do really need a plan B or not. So for me, the most of the time is like, okay, I'm going to take the risk because not doing something is the biggest risk, and doing something is also a risk. So I would choose to do something, that kind of risk I'm going to take, instead of not doing it. Because the only way you would be able to figure things out is by just doing it. You can't figure the things out without doing it and just keeping them in your mind and thinking that, oh, one day it will going to happen, or I'm going to do it one day, but that one day will never come. Because eventually you're going to come across some new stuffs in your life and you're going to move on, or you're going to try something new, or new stuffs come in between, and then you need to deal with those new stuffs, and the things that you wanted to do or you wanted to try or you wanted to take as an adventure stuff would be on a side trunk, wouldn't even happen. So that's why just assess the situation and see what is the worst that it could go, and can you bear the consequences if it could go worse. If you can bear the consequences, then that's amazing, go for that. You don't need a plan B. Okay, but if you're like, I'm not able to handle the worst case situation, I'm not gonna be able to handle it, then have a little bit of the plan B and then see how it will going to go. If it didn't work out the plan A, then you can go with the plan B and eventually you will gonna find a road. But have a faith that it will going to work out, because if you really want to do something, if you really want to try something, that means it will eventually gonna work out. Sooner or later it will going to work out. The only thing that you have to do is to keeping the faith in that situation, is to knowing that eventually it will going to work out. Because when we take the huge risk and we don't have a plan B and we have the worst case scenario in our situation, most of the times we are able to pull that stuff out. And when we even don't take a risk and waiting for some days or some things to happen before to actually take a risk, maybe that thing won't even happen, because you're waiting for something and you're waiting for someone to happen or something to happen, then it may or may not be happening. So that's what I can say based on my own situation, what I do practically in my life. Hopefully you're gonna find it useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Your thoughts, your queries, your questions are really welcome. But that's it for this video. Anything you would like to share with me, let me know. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye guys.